What's going on, everybody? And we are back with another weekly show, the Brandon Meriweather Show with the man himself, Brandon Meriweather. Brandon, what's going on?
What's good, fam? What's up, my Canes? What's up, baby?
40 people live with us, 1 minute in. The people love Brandon Meriweather. Brandon, that number 19. I was thinking about this before I came on the show. Because people ask me, like just random people who don't just follow Miami Hurricanes football, tell them I got a YouTube channel. If they care, cool. If they don't care, whatever. My day keeps going. And I tell them I got a show with Brandon Meriweather. And, if you don't watch football, no one's going to know who Brandon Meriweather is, right? Because you don't watch the NFL, you don't watch football. So I tell people, I was like, no other person will replicate that number 19 like him at the University of Miami.
Oh, no. A kicker. Maybe a kicker. That's it.
True.
you got to understand though. Don't nobody want to what 19. That's not a number you go there and say, you know what, man? Yo, I want 19. Like, don't nobody do that. Like, everybody want the numbers 1 through 12. Some people want the 14. Then it's the 20 numbers. Like, nobody want 19. Not even quarterbacks. Quarterbacks don't even want 19.
That's true. I always felt like the players who wear like a weird number, like out of position, like no disrespect. 19 isn't your typical number.
Correct.
You wear for safeties, right? No disrespect.
Correct.
I feel like if you're a really good football player, that like I think LSU, like they wear a specific number. I think for DBs, they wear a specific number because of the players that have worn that number throughout the years,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that's what you did for the University of Miami with the number 19.
Yeah and no. Like, yeah, I agree, but no, because you ain't never seen nobody else with it.
True.
You know what I mean? If somebody else would have had the number, then I would say, you know what, you're right. But no, everybody, that's not what's happening.
So, Brandon, let's get into it, man. It's January 12th. We have a co-offensive coordinator, but we don't have the title of an offensive coordinator hired at the University of Miami. We don't have a defensive coordinator, but we are hiring position coaches. I don't know what's going to happen. Heck, we may hire Larry Coker as our OC. I don't know. I'm kidding, but who do you think what do you think is going on? Because like we were talking about before we came on here, spring's coming by the corner.
Listen, this is just what I'm thinking. If you waited this long to hire a coordinator, it's one or two reasons. One, you already got somebody in mind that you think could do the job. Or two, they coming from the NFL. And the NFL season ain't over yet. Like, even the teams that ain't making the playoff, their season just got over. So now they need a couple days to regroup, and then come. Like, so it's one of the two. One of the two.
100% agree. I 100% agree. That's why, and this is just my going with my opinion, maybe even my gut. I think they're going after Ken Dorsey to be the offensive coordinator here because we still need a quarterbacks coach as well as an OC. Ken Dorsey, I think, will be hired, and that's just my opinion.
But why though? Why is that? Why Dorsey? Why you think that? Just because we need a quarterback coach?
Because he's from the University of Miami, national champion quarterback at the U. Okay, he did an incredible job with Josh Allen. Has he called plays for the Buffalo Bills? No, I do not believe so. He is their pass game coordinator. I think he's done a tremendous job. I think coming back to be an offensive coordinator, they may even give him a bump in pay. And like you initially said, we still haven't hired someone, so therefore they're probably coaching in the NFL because Kendall Briles is done with his bowl game. That was someone who's been named around this job. He's done. He coached Arkansas in the bowl game. That's over. I don't think it's Kendall Briles. Who are we negotiating with for his contract for this long? It has to be someone from the NFL, and I think it's Ken Dorsey. Could be wrong.
You know what, you made a real good point, a real good point. But just to beef up Dorsey stats, he called plays and with the Browns 1 year, and he called plays with I think it was
Panthers.
Carolina 1 year. He
Okay.
called plays with Carolina 1 year. But like I was saying, I like it. I like the I like the I like it. I like it,
Now,
and I hope to God that it is Katie. You know what I mean? I hope it is. If it's Ken Dorsey, I'm down there every game. I'm calling them right now and say, hey, listen, I need my tickets every game. I'm there.
you trying to get those sideline passes. But this is where things get a little bit interesting. Ready, Brandon? So we just hired a running backs coach, Kevin Smith. Remember him? All right, local kid, local guy, Miami Southridge Senior High School, goes to UCF. I mean, this guy puts up record numbers running the football for UCF. Plays in the NFL. He was Kendall Briles. He was a part of Kendall Briles' staff when he was OC at Florida Atlantic under Lane Kiffin. So people think that traditionally your offensive coordinator hires the position coaches. Maybe Kendall Briles gets the job and he's going as Kendall Briles' running backs coach to oversee the offense.
Okay, I can see where you pushing. I can see where you pushing this envelope. I can see it, right? But I just don't think Cristobal is set up like that. Like I don't think he likes. Like I think he want all his coaches to be his guys. I don't think he want like the OC to bring in his own guys. So then if the OC leave, then all them guys leaving with him. Okay. So like I don't think he's doing that.
So you think Cristobal is going to he basically did that. He brought in his own guys for the most part from Oregon. I think Jim Mastro was like last second was going to come to Miami, didn't pan out because of family reasons, making the move from the West Coast down to Miami. So they bring in Kevin Smith at running backs coach. Basically, on the offensive side of the football, he's just bringing in Kevin Smith. And then if he brings in Dorsey, wouldn't that be one of his own guys in a sense, a Miami Hurricane?
That would be his
brother?
guy. Absolutely. That would be his guy. Like his guy. Like he would bring him in. And on top of that, Van Dyke would flourish with Dorsey. Because now Dorsey could teach him how to come from under center like he did Josh Allen. Like then he would have every aspect to be great.
I would love that. This is it. This is our last year with Tyler Van Dyke. So why don't you have a quarterbacks coach, an offensive coordinator that's worked with great quarterbacks such as Cam Newton, such as Josh Allen in the NFL? And plus, being a pass game coordinator in the NFL, that's a lot easier than being in the ACC level of play. I think Urban Meyer said it when he was coaching the NFL this past season. He did an awful job, obviously. Said it was like facing Alabama every single week. That was his comparison he made to college football in the preparation.
You know, it's crazy, right? When you plan, it's kind of all the same. Like when you playing, it's all the same. Like it's really all the same. It ain't really no difference. Like it's all the same. So I don't know. I think I would love for Dorsey to come. I just wouldn't hold my breath on it because Dorsey been in the NFL so long. I don't know if going to be only. I think only way he go to be a college coach is if he the head coach.
Interesting. Okay, that's fair. And you wanted him to be the head coach, you know, before we hired Mario Cristobal as well. Maybe he will be the future head coach of the University of Miami 10 years from now. I don't know what the future holds. I'm not a fortune teller. Only time will find out. But I will say this. If they don't hire Ken Dorsey, if they don't hire Kendall Briles and it's a random name, I'm going to be in shocked. Because I don't think anybody knows who we're going after, honestly.
You know what else it could be? It could be everybody we shot our gun at turning us down. Ooh. So the fact that they turning us down is the fact that that's the reason we haven't hired nobody yet, because we keep shooting our gun at these big guys and they just keep turning us down.
That's a good point because we did offer Joe Brady and he did turn us down
Right.
to stay in the NFL. That is true.
Right.
Right.
Like, but at the same time, though, I don't see too many people turning us down, especially with the money we paying now.
No, 100%. And Mario Cristobal.
Right. So I don't see too many people turning, like, because when you look at the team, like any Joe Blow could see, like, yo, like they got talent on the team. They just we just look undisciplined and uncoached. That's what we look like the whole year.
All right. We'll be right back with a Wings, Wings, Wings commercial. We'll head over to the defensive side of the football. Wings, Wings, Wings. The best chicken wings outside of the Orlando area off of 452 North Park Avenue, owned by Miami Hurricanes football legend himself, Brandon Meriweather. If you love chicken wings, you're going to love Wings, 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 owned by the man himself, NFL veteran, Brandon Meriweather. Got to check out, once again, Wings, Wings, Wings off of 452 North Park Avenue in Apopka, Florida. The people love their wings, Brandon. I got to tell you, man, after I made that commercial, I'm getting comments left and right about Wings, Wings, Wings. You're getting clients coming to you.
Never been there.
I mean, it's a hike. It really is a long hike.
It's more than a hike.
So, Brandon, next time you're in Miami, right?
Yeah.
There's a place called Keg South. You're going to take South Dixie Highway. It's in the Palmetto Bay Pinecrest area. It's literally a hole in the wall. They have some very good wings.
It's called what?
Keg, like a beer keg. Keg South.
Keg South.
They had the best wings.
I'm willing to put wings up against anybody. Literally.
All right.
Anybody.
Next time you come to Miami, go to Palmetto Bay and Pinecrest. Keg South.
Listen, call the owner and tell him, listen, I want to have a wing challenge. I want a wing challenge with anybody who feel like $1,000 a team. And we coming on top. We coming out on top.
And they only got one flavor of wings, too.
Then they can't mess with us. They can't mess with us.
All right.
They can't mess with us. See, we hitting taste buds. We hitting taste buds all over here, man. You know, when you eat our food, you eat with your neck, man. You be like, oh, my God, that's so good. I'm just telling you. Listen, ain't nobody messing with us when they come to these wings, man. I'm telling you.
All right. Just try it out.
I wish I could package them and ship them out, man. I'm telling you, man, because everybody in the world need to try these.
Yeah, that's true. You might be, because that's what they do with pizza restaurants in like Chicago, New York.
Right.
You might do that.
Right. Look at my future Kane right here, man. Say, hey. BJ, hey, yeah, we finna have a cat. We finna have Meriweather on back of another jersey with the 19 on.
If Deion Sanders calls, man, please hang up. Please hang up.
Listen. One thing I can tell you, and let's talk about that too.
Okay,
let's talk about it.
All right.
Listen, I'm black, and I love the fact that we got kids, good athletes going to HBCUs. And they getting paid too, by the way. So, right. I'm happy for that. But in our reality, Deion doing these kids a disservice, getting these kids to go there. Like, for one, if one of them kids get hurt, they have the worst facilities to get well at. Like, the worst. Like, granted, you got money in your pockets, but like the little kid, the safety kid, the corner kid, the kid that played before his number one.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Like, he got 1.5 million to go there. I'm willing to bet you by the end of June, that 1.5 million is gone.
That it was spent on other things, or is
correct? Like, cause you got to think, when you get 1.5 million, you thinking big. You like, oh my God, I got, like, dog, you went from being broke to having 1.5 million. Like, so now you finna buy your mama house. You got taxes first though. Taxes finna come out.
Right.
So you really only gonna take home like 1.15. Then you gonna buy your mama house, and your mama ain't finna get no $200,000 house. She finna get a $500,000 house. Then you got to get you a car, and you got to get you a crib wherever you at, because you ain't gonna want to stay in the dorm. You know what I mean? You gonna get you 2 cribs, then you gonna get your mama a car. That's $1 million right there.
I hope the best for Kevin Coleman, Travis Hunter. I hope they have
Me too.
great way to the NFL.
But this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I would have did. I would let kids go to these D1 schools.
Right.
Right? But I would be getting all the kids that's transferring. Like, okay, you got 1 more year. Come on, man. Come here with me for 1 year. You know what I mean? You know what D1 like. Come on here with, you know what I mean? And I go. That's what I would do. Because you can't, like, let's say Henry go in there and play bad his first year. Or him and Deion get into it.
Right. That's fair.
People gonna be saying, man, I don't want Buddy. He can't even play in D2. Like, he can't. So why would a D1 school want him when you can't even play against the second best? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it ain't nobody ever transferred up. Everybody always transfer from D1 to D2. You never seen somebody transfer from D2 to D1.
Like randomly. I get your point though.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, Deion doing them guys a disservice, yo. Hey man, hey.
I'm curious about this because I think when you're in a place, like when you're in a program like Alabama and Georgia, and the competition is elite across the boards, I think you become a better player, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, soccer, whatever sport you play. If you're playing with the best of the best and they're pushing you every day to be great, I feel like you become a better athlete at your respected sport. So being in a setting where everyone is very good, if you're in an elite program, I feel like you develop a lot more, because I feel like at whatever school you go to, and if you're the competition, the wide receiver room, the tight end room, the O-line room, whatever position you're playing is not up to par, and you're the best player in the room for 3 to 4 years compared to not being the best player and working your way up, I feel like you can get a lot better if you have role models in front of you to become a better football player. Like Brandon, when you were at Miami, who are some guys you looked up to redshirting your first year?
Sean
Taylor.
Right.
Travis Hunter and Kevin Coleman, there's not going to be a Sean Taylor at Jackson State they're going to be looked up to. They're basically, in a sense, going to be the head guys there.
Right. But in sports, you are who you are, kind of. You know what I mean? That's why you got people like LeBron who come straight out of high school and be a monster in the league, because you are who you are. Like, LeBron would have did the same thing if he played a year in college and came out of high school. He would have did the same exact thing.
I get your point, because LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I'm not going to do the Michael Jordan LeBron debate.
But I'm gonna just like, so if Hunter is as good as he advertised,
okay,
he gonna be good regardless. Like, regardless of what he go to school at. He could go D2, play 3 years, and go to the league and still be that guy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just like him going D2 and playing against less competition, it's just gonna look like he playing with little boys. That's all. Like, it ain't gonna be a difference. Like, you ain't gonna be able to say, like, oh, he would have been so much better if he would have went. No, you ain't gonna do that. It's gonna be, man, he should have went somewhere else. He looked like he playing with kids. That's what it looked like.
Do you think not having that tape against the elite schools, you know, the Clemsons, Alabamas, Georgias, the teams that are always in the top 10, the Ohio States, maybe not even playing in a college national title game, do you think that takes away from someone's draft stock?
No.
Okay.
No, because you got Carson Wentz, who didn't play against nobody.
True.
You got
those were okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
You got man, it's a bunch of people that ain't never played against nobody that's in the league that win in the first round. Like the cornerback from BCC from Bethune Cookman. What's his name,
I
man?
don't I don't know. Bethune Cookman got a player in the league. Wow.
Yeah, no, it was a long time ago. It was before I went in the league. Like they had a first rounder. They had a first rounder from
I
Bethune
never knew
Cookman.
that. I never knew that.
Yeah,
Well, I know Jerry Rice, for example. He
he
went
went to
to
Jacksonville. He
oh,
went to Jacksonville.
nah, I think he went to like Delta something,
No,
Mississippi.
I'm talking about the Bethune Cookman
Oh
player.
yeah. Daytona Beach.
Yeah, Nick Collins.
Nick Collins. That's who they're saying.
Yeah, but I ain't talking about Nick Collins. I'm talking. It was a corner.
Uh,
I think his last name was Mathis or something like this. Matthews or Mathis or something like that. But he went to BCC. He went in the first round.
okay. So hey, look, we'll see what happens. The best of luck. I
Rashid
don't.
Mathis.
Rasheed Mathis. Okay, this is new to me,
Yeah.
but
But
this is going to continuously happen. I think everything comes in three in life. I think there's going to be one more recruit that nobody expected. He's going to join Deion Sanders at Jackson State, and I wish everyone who does go to Jackson State the best of luck in their careers.
man, I just hope that these kids that's going to Jackson State and all that, it has somebody helping them with the money that they getting.
True.
Like that's what I hope. Like because you give a kid $1 million, man. Come on, man. Like I blew my first $1 million too on the same stuff. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. And I had a financial advisor. So like that's just what kids gonna do. Cause you gotta take care of the people who've been taking care of you.
Call Drew Rosenhaus. Set it
You,
up.
you can't get an agent right now, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you can. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can.
It's ways around everything, but you can't have an agent right now.
Man, listen, what was the craziest thing I saw Rosenhaus do? It was weird. It was God, I forgot. It happened like a couple years ago. I think someone declared for, I think it was Gregory Rousseau declared for the NFL draft, and like 3 minutes later, Drew Rosenhaus was like, "Welcome to the latest family of the Rosenhaus Sports Agency." Gregory Rousseau. I think it was that. It was like right after he declared for the NFL draft.
Yeah.
I promise you.
So that means he was already signed.
I'm sure. I mean, remember Drew Rosenhaus, his alma mater is the University of Miami. He lives in
Yeah, I
Miami.
know.
This is his home.
I know. I know. Trust me. I've seen him so much in my life. Trust me.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah, he a great guy. He actually he's a really, really good guy. He is.
Yeah,
He
he
is. That's one thing
seems
I can't talk bad about now. Now
no,
he cricket
absolutely.
now. I think he cricket as fuck, but you know what I mean? But he is a good guy.
We're all trying to hustle in some way.
Absolutely.
All right. 25 minutes in, 140 people joining us. Greatly appreciate it. Brandon, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but Clint Hurt, there's mutual interest from Miami and Clint Hurt to potentially be the next defensive coordinator at Miami. He's from the Brotherhood of the University of Miami. He's coached at Miami. He's got an outstanding resume in the NFL. He's coached under Pete Carroll with the Seahawks. What do you think about it?
I think you got your pros and cons. Like for one, he never coached a day. He never was a D coordinator a day in his life. He haven't called no plays. You know what I mean? He been around it, but just because you've been around it, that don't mean you could do it.
True.
You know what I mean? So I like, I think we give him a chance, but we need somebody in the locker room that has called plays before. Even if you bring Clinton in to be the D coordinator, because if he starts thinking it up, then we need somebody to go in there and take it over.
People have been in the chat going crazy about Coach Schumann out of Georgia. The national title game is over. I would love for him to come on down. His salary is $600K. But why haven't we announced these hires yet? That's what's so mind-boggling about all this.
Hold on,
Maybe
hold
we
on, hold on,
really
hold on, hold on, hold on. Say that again.
Coach Schumann, co-defensive coordinator at Georgia, fresh off a national title. His salary is $600K.
600K at Georgia?
That's it. Well, that's a lot of money, but I mean, in college football, that's it. Yeah.
That no, it's not. That's not a
600.
lot.
I feel like for people in the chat and myself, I would take a 600K job.
Would you? Every Power 5 school in the nation, the coordinator making more than 600,000.
Now he's a co-DC. Dan Lanning was his other. He was helping Dan Lanning, actually, basically. So he doesn't get the full salary pay.
Still, though, Nick Saban, everybody on Nick Saban roster making more than 600K. Even the grad assistants.
But he probably gets a bonus now because he won the national title.
You might, but that still don't go towards your base. That still don't say you still making 600,000.
I don't know. I think that's. I mean, I get what you're saying, SEC coordinator job, but
Correct.
he's a lot cheaper. He's a lot cheaper than a Derek Mason from Auburn who's getting paid over $1 million.
Yeah, and I think his defense sucked.
So, have you had a relationship with Coach Hurd at all?
Yeah, he was there every year I was in. He was there with me every year.
Really?
Yeah.
How was he as a coach? Because I mean, you've been between the lines. We're just fans. We don't know this. So, what can you say about him as a player? That relationship.
He's a lot like Cristobal.
Oh, okay.
He's a lot like Coach Cristobal. Like he's fiery. Like he knows his stuff. I just my only problem is that he never did it before. So I don't know what to expect,
Right.
Like granted, I personally don't think it's that hard from playing and knowing like, yo, man, we need to be in this right now. Oh, we need to do this right now. Like, you know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, a D coordinator is only good on, third down, third and, 4 when you blitz and everybody expecting you to cover. Like that's the only time you could tell if you got a good D coordinator. Like if all the players, if you had a bad coordinator, right, and you had a bunch of good players,
right,
you'll never know if he was a bad coordinator.
True.
Because a lot of the times the players make up for the bad coaching.
I mean, Randy Shannon had all these outstanding players. I think he was a good defensive coordinator. I was just, his career, all the way to like an analyst role at Florida State this past season. If you think about his career, being a part of, a coordinator for the greatest college football team of all time, and present day he's doing an analyst job with Florida State. It's kind of sad. Look at his outstanding resume and just slowly kind of.
I know the crazy part is he actually turned UCF defense from being, ranked like 105 to like 16.
I think
so like his defense is proven. You know what I mean? It's proven. Right. It's proven to be a good college defense. It's just not a good NFL defense. It's a good college defense though.
Right, absolutely. So being a defensive coordinator, I mean, just scheduling a defensive scheme against an offense, do you think that gives you an edge transitioning to college?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's completely different, huh? I mean, I understand the personnel, the changes.
Right. See, in college, it's more about the X and O's,
Right.
In the league, it's more about, the analysts, the percentages of like the amount of times you run on 1st and 10 than as you do as right 1st and 10 when you first get the ball. Like after a kickoff, when you first get the ball, 1st and 10, or after a punt when you first get the ball, what do you do on that play? Or after you get a first down, 1st and 10, what do you do on that play? See, that's more of the NFL. Like 3rd and 1, what are you doing on 3rd and 1? What are you doing on 3rd and 5? Like them things are broken down. Like in the NFL, stuff is broken down like that. Like I could tell you, like going into the game Sunday in the NFL, I could literally tell you what the coordinator like to do on almost every down and distance you could think of. I can tell you what he liked to do and what formation he in love with.
Interesting.
In college, you don't know all that. In college, it's more of a, hey, look, man, we're gonna run this defense. This is what we're gonna do. You, when we call it, the play come to you, you make it. Like beat the man in front of you. Period. So to me, to be honest, to me, college was a lot harder to prepare for than NFL.
Interesting. Wow.
The NFL, you prepare for the coordinator. In college, you prepare for players and the coordinator.
Makes sense.
Like Coach Shannon used to tell us, like certain games, he'll be like, look, I need y'all to win this game, but the next two games I got. All off a scheme. He'll be like, look, I need y'all to win this game, but the next two games we'll win all off a scheme. I got y'all. And we'll make a bunch of plays. So if you could do that, then yeah, you good.
All right. Well, we'll be right back. 30 minutes in, close to 190 people. Brandon, the people want to schedule you as a public speaker. Let's make you into a star, man. I can be your next Drew Rosenhaus.
Let's do it, man. Like, listen, I pay 20% on whatever I get, brother. Whatever you set up, let's do it.
If Charlie's listening, man, he's gonna be sweating. That's all.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Hey, man, whatever happened to our logo?
Oh, that's coming. Don't worry. That we'll talk after. We'll talk after.
All right.
All right. We'll be right back, guys.
Say yeah.
To compete also in matters of life.
How you doing, buddy? You don't show my word.
Well, you might be in trouble today.
Tom today is the best quarterback ever. But the Tom his rookie year wouldn't be the Tom today without him. So I would say you can't have fun without him. It killed my career. Like I hate to say it like that, but that is actually what killed my career. It changed everything for me. Like I couldn't, like the way I was taught was if the head died, the body died with it.
All right, we are back. Final segment of the show. We I feel like we witnessed a little bit of history, maybe changing of the guards. Maybe I'm a little bit over exaggerating, but the Georgia Bulldogs beat the Alabama Crimson Tide to win the national title. I think this is great for college football. First off, we don't see a national title game where Alabama wins again. It's a new team that wins the national title. Georgia hasn't won it since I don't know when. They finally get their national title. Do you think Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs can stop the Nick Saban dynasty? Maybe set up their own dynasty, or another team can sneak in there?
No, not at all. Nick Saban literally losing 3 guys next year.
Yep. He's always losing guys, though.
Right, but the whole team was freshmen and sophomores. Like literally the whole team. You losing maybe 2 or 3 guys that started. 2 or 3. That's it. So do I think they doing anything? No. Not at all. And they got the best quarterback I seen play college
Yeah.
football in a long time.
I like Bryce Young a lot. He's a
Like,
freshman too.
like his sophomore. But everybody,
You're right.
everybody was so high on Trevor Lawrence, right?
Right.
Bryce Young looked so much better than Trevor Lawrence did. Like so much better.
I think Bryce Young brings more to the table. Like Trevor Lawrence, if you look at his game stats, he's consistent. He never had an outstanding game, like a Heisman Trophy winning game of like 7 touchdowns, 600 yards. It was always 3 TDs, 3 TDs, 2 TDs. Very consistent, 200 to 300 yards a game.
Yeah, yeah.
Bryce Young's like a 5. Like Bryce Young has all the tools.
Right, absolutely. And he's so poised, yo. He don't get rattled. He be chilling. Like, dog, for real, like this kid right here is special.
I don't think you're. Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy. I don't think he's Malik Rozier.
Malik Rozier. What?
No.
Hey, buddy, listen. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man.
Bryce Young won the Heisman. Gotta give some respect. Gotta give some respect to Bryce Young.
Malik Rozier. Come on, man. Cut it out.
Man, that was. I'm not gonna get back into that Mark Richt offense, but that was tough to watch at times. So Brandon, I want to ask you, because this is the way I see. For Miami to catch up, to get to that national stage, and I'm saying competing for a national title game, we got to be good all around, personnel wise. I mean, we got to be deep at every single position unit. Even our kickers got to be good. Our backup, the walk on, our long snappers. How far do you think we are from Alabama and Georgia?
That was a real question.
So we're really far. Because, well, I'm not going to get the past of the past, but
Okay, this is what I think. I think we are a good 4 years.
4 years.
If we could keep one coach in there to be, one coach in there, we're about 4 years behind.
So we got to keep the staff, maintain the staff, or get a better staff if we lose someone.
Correct.
Okay.
Like we got to start getting coaches that's actually worth it. You know what I mean? Like we got to get like Alabama lose their offensive coordinator and get Billy O'Brien. Like now, if they lose Billy O'Brien this year, they're gonna bring somebody else in that's just as good.
I agree.
That's the thing. Like we gotta get people who actually know what they're doing.
Well, I think, one thing in what we're slowly doing, we got to solve the quarterback issue, right? We got Tyler Van Dyke. That's been resolved. Our backup quarterback, Jake Garcia, is tremendous. I think he's going to be a great player. We got to have a good OC. Whoever, I don't know who's that going to be. Our DC's got to be good as well. Our O-line has to get better because our personnel unit there is lacking. Our linebacker core is not Miami standard whatsoever. That's a failure under Manny Diaz's coaching staff. We need to get a lot better in our deep. We need more depth at the defensive back position unit, cornerback specifically. Safeties is fine.
I'm with you, but before you get coaching, before we get to the quarterback, you got to go with we got to get what's the name first. We got to get the O-line first. Like the recruit in the O-lines is where we're losing that. Like we're losing with the recruits in the O-line, not just hold on, man. Let me turn this down. Come on.
All right, so who do you guys think in the chat will be our next OC and defensive coordinator as we wait for Brandon?
And I'm back, baby.
He's back. Hey, I got to give you credit, man. You're juggling. You know, you got the baby. You're doing it all, man.
Yo, man, I try, man. I'm sorry about that too.
Trying to hustle with wings on the side. You got to appreciate it.
All right, so back to what I was saying. So before we could do one, we got to get the recruits. Like, we got to get linemen that actually good. Like, our best offensive lineman was a 2-star.
Yeah, Zion.
You know what I mean? And good that he coming back, because honestly, I think he need to. But
yeah.
So he coming back, so that would help. Like, we bring in every lineman that played back. Like, nobody's leaving. So if they're not better next year, like that's a problem.
I think you're right. 4 years, Mirabal, outstanding offensive line coach, Cristobal. That's what he specializes in, having great offensive linemen. Look at Penei Sewell out of Oregon.
So you got so this is what you got to think, right? For the next 2 years, the players that should be playing should be Manny Diaz players for the next 2 years, because everybody who's coming in this year should be true freshmen, and if they be not people who actually played, who actually been playing, then that tell you what Manny Diaz was recruiting.
Right.
Like, granted, don't get me wrong, you always gonna have 1 or 2 outstanding freshmen come in, you know what I mean? But if we come in and all 15 of these guys actually playing a lot, then we got a problem. Like, we had a problem. That let you know what we was dealing with. So I say 2 years to get Manny Diaz players out the way. And then you come back and you get you start getting Mario people in. And that's where you start to see the difference in, the personnel and all that.
FTDW 305 MDC $5 donation. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. He asked Brandon, what player on the Miami Hurricanes football program most reminds you of yourself? He says Avonte Williams. You should work with him on man coverage.
Honestly, man, I think Buddy was a lot more athletic than I am.
Really?
Yeah, I think he a lot more athletic. I was a cornerback playing safety. I was a physical cornerback playing safety. This man is an athletic being. Like, he could literally play whatever. You know what I mean? I was small. I had good speed. I wasn't fast. I was quick. But other than that, I was just over physical. So that man is a true athlete.
What did you weigh coming out of high school, freshman year?
155 pounds.
That's really skinny.
Yeah, no.
How much did you gain from that first year to the end of your freshman year?
I gained 20 pounds my first year. And after my second year, I gained 40.
Wow. So you got to 195.
Yeah, I was 195 going to college.
Damn. What did you eat?
People.
Fair. Hey, I don't judge. I mean, do you?
Get your mind out of there, man. Get your mind out of there, yo.
I don't judge.
Get your mind out of there, man. No, but for real, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, so, like, you can need people in, great. But at what point do you like you stop and you smell the roses? You know what I mean? Like, we got good coaches in. But if the players ain't buying into the system that he's putting in, then we'll be trash for the next couple of years.
So, Brandon, this is what I think you need to do. You got Ken Dorsey's number?
No.
Damn. Do you know anyone that has Ken Dorsey's number?
Yeah.
Send out a text, be like, hey, is Dorsey going to be our OC or what? People want to know. We want to be back. We want to get back to greatness. And there's people who believe Ken Dorsey can help us.
What happened to Chud?
Oh, that I think that was just more for like football, like just overseeing the football program. Just to
Football
have him on
analyst,
the
like
staff.
a top, like a liaison. All right,
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, but like, I would absolutely love KD to come. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see it unless he's the head coach. I don't see it. But I was wrong. I was wrong once. Now I could be wrong again. Like you brought up a lot. Like, yo, why we ain't hired nobody yet? And my answer is because we
Nobody
waiting on
wants to
somebody from the NSL. I don't want to say I don't think nobody want to come.
No, people want to come. I mean,
Yeah,
hope so.
I just think we waiting on the NFL.
People keep saying Kendall Browse. Well, what are we waiting for? What's he waiting for?
That's my question.
Yeah.
Why they season been over for about 3 weeks now?
It's gonna get crazy, man. I just want it done with because, like, I think it's just better, for I think for the fans, I think it'll just ease everyone's kind of brain mentally and just prepare for whoever we get.
I think it's better for recruiting too if they go ahead and say something.
True. Maybe they already know. But here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. Like, I had like 10 recruits on last night, and none of them mentioned like they spoke to an OC or a DC.
10 of recruits we going after?
No, I had 6 recruits like on my show last night that we
going after.
No, none of them, like all the coaches they mentioned they spoken with are on the staff officially. Like, they didn't mention anyone. These are like young kids too, 16, 17 years old. One's got
So these ain't people who coming in that could possibly be signing this year.
No, one was Jack Pyburn, who's a stud, and then the other ones he's like a thumper. He'll play edge rusher. I think he's a linebacker in the next level. I could be wrong.
We ain't got no thumper no more, man.
Well, that's what he plays in high school.
Thumper?
Yeah.
You got linebacker or safety, man. Which one is he?
He's 6'3", like 250 or 220. He's a tank.
He's a linebacker.
That's what I'm saying. I
So
think
he fast. Is he fast?
Yeah, he's pretty quick off the ball.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a linebacker to me, or an edge rusher.
Yeah, so that's what he's playing right now, edge rusher primarily. But he didn't say he spoke to any DC or OC. I mean, DC. He wouldn't speak to an OC, obviously. So this has been on locks.
So this is my question. What other recruits we getting on February 2nd?
Shamar Stewart canceled his visit to Texas A&M.
Yeah, I seen that.
Jalil Florence was going to visit Miami. I think he canceled that visit. Could be wrong.
Who is that?
He's a cornerback from like San Diego, West Coast.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
There's a DB in the transfer portal out of Oregon, University of Oregon, and he's visiting Miami right now.
Is he a dog? Was he playing for Oregon?
I can't. I haven't followed Oregon football. Like, I can't tell you that. But I'll take it.
I can tell you this: if Crystal Paul bringing him in, then he must have seen something in it, because he wouldn't have been. Right. If he was trash there, he would have left him.
True. So, I mean, hopefully we grab him. Jack Pyburn, the edge rusher I had yesterday, he's got offers from Auburn, Miami, Florida State, Louisville. He's out of Jacksonville, Bulls High School.
So that's it?
I mean, if the chat can help me out, Shamar Stewart, Mason Thomas, Ahmad Moden, Jack Pyburn.
So all these guys will be signing with us? Are we like crystal ball for them or what?
It's like they got to make a decision. We're in it. We're in the final 2, final 3. We're in it.
All right, that sound promising.
So, and that's just the South Florida kids I'm more confident about. The ones out of state, even the one, I think Jack Pyburn, if he gets a UF offer, maybe he'll go there. I don't know, but I think the South Florida kids I'm more confident in. the ones out of state and like the state of Washington, I don't know. I don't. That could be a long shot, but we'll see. You never know what could happen. All right. Well, Brandon, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up, man? 50 minutes in, over 200 people watching. The people love wings, 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 and they love Brandon Meriweather.
And I love the people. All right, baby, I'm out of here.
All right. Brandon, it was a pleasure. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And always, all about the U. Go Kings.
Yes, sir.